Hello everyone, myself Dr. S. Mohammed Nazir. This class I am going to teach you international economics. In international economics, modern theory of international trade or Hexer-Oglin theory of international trade. The modern theory of international trade was developed by a Swedish economist Hexer and his student Bertil Ohlin in 1919. This model was based on the Ricardian theory of international trade. This theory says that the basis for international trade is the difference in factor endowments. It is otherwise called a factor endowment theory. What is factor endowment model? This model developed by Hexer and Oglin. Countries with a relative factor abundance can specialize. A country with a relative factor abundance can specialize and trade. Abundance of skilled labor, specialization, export, exchange for goods and services produced by countries with abundance of unskilled labor. Okay. Exports embody the abundant factor. Imports embody the scarce factor. Assumes a high degree of factor mobility. This is called a factor endowment model. Let's see the theory. The classical theory argued that the basis for foreign trade was comparative cost differences and it considered only a labor factor. The classical theory argued that the basis for foreign trade was comparative cost differences and it is considered only labor factor. But the modern theory of international trade explains the causes for such comparative cost differences. This theory attributes international differences in comparative cost too. Number one, differences in endowments of factors of production between countries. Differences in endowments of factors of production between countries. Number two, differences in factor proportions required in production. Okay, these are the things this theory attributes. International differences in comparative cost. Let's see the assumptions of this HO theory, the modern theory of international trade. There is two countries, two commodities, two factors. Two countries, two commodities, two factors. 2 by 2 by 2 model. Okay. Countries differ in factor endowments. Commodities are categorized in terms of factor intensity. Countries use same production technology. Countries have identical demand conditions. There is perfect competition in both the product and the factor markets in both the countries. These are the assumptions of the theory. Then what is HO theorem? A capital abundant country will export capital intensive goods while labor abundant country will export the labor intensive goods. So the capital intensive country can export the capital intensive goods and import the labor intensive goods. Labor abundant country wants to export the labor abundant goods and imports the capital intensive goods. Okay. Factor propositions model which links exports and imports to factor endowments. Exports. A country exports those commodities produced with relatively large quantities of the country's relatively abundant factor. So simple. If a country has more labor, that country want to produce labor intensive goods and export the labor intensive goods to other country and import the capital intensive goods. If a country has more capital, that country wants to produce only the capital intensive goods. Then this capital intensive goods want to export to other country, import the labor intensive goods. Okay, let's see these explanations. According to Hexer-Oglin, a capital abundant country will export the capital intensive goods, while labor abundant country will export the labor intensive goods. A factor is regarded abundant or scarce in relation to the quantum of other factors. A country can be regarded as richly endowed with capital only if the ratio of capital to other factors is higher than other countries. Let's see with the help of a table. Look at the table. In the table, even though India has more capital in absolute terms, see, look here, the supply of labor, India 50, America 24, supply of capital, India 40 and America 30. Capital labor ratio, okay, 40 by 50 0.8, 30 by 24 1.25. See, even though India has more capital in absolute term compared to America, India has more capital in absolute term. America is more richly endowed with capital because the ratio of capital in India is 0.8, which is less than that in America were 1.25. Okay. The following diagram illustrates the pattern of world trade. See, look here, the capital abundant country, labor abundant country. So the capital abundant country export the capital intensive goods to labor abundant country. Labor abundant country wants to export the labor intensive goods to capital abundant country. Let's see the limitations of this modern theory of international trade. Factor endowment of a country may change over time. Number 2, the efficiency of the same factor, say labor, may differ in two countries. For example, America may be labor scarce in terms of number of workers, but in terms of efficiency, the total labor may be larger. Okay, these are the important limitations of HO theory. Let's see the comparison of classical theory and modern theory. Classical theory, modern theory. The classical theory explains the phenomenon of international trade on the basis of labor theory of value. The modern theory of international trade, the phenomenon of international trade on the basis of general theory of value. There, labor theory of value, here, general theory of value. It presents one factor, labor model. Okay. It presents multi-factor, labor and capital model. The modern theory, labor and capital model. The classical theory, it attributes the differences in the comparative cost to differences in productive efficiency of workers in the two countries. Here the modern theory of international trade attributes the differences in comparative cost to the differences in factor endowments in the two countries. These are the major comparison of classical theory and modern theory. Thank you.